should still put Raga in a good opportunity to get some big entries. Which, honestly, every comp they've played so far has not really...
If you waited that long, you're a scammer and you shouldn't be in the Gamba. Gambling is for people that are...
Big group pump.
I pick account
I don't know.
They can move towards it, but they're just contacting the barrel. Might just be sticking out towards the side.
Best start that he's had in a map so far. 4-1.
Gambling is for the honest and respectful.
Towards the top of that ledge, happy to pop them and leave last one left standing. Not for much longer. 2-0 beginning here for XLG. This is what they needed to get the blood pumping ever so slightly.
And to get some belief too. Yeah. I think they were playing with massively lacking confidence on Icebox. It does make some level of sense. They're a team that's had to undergo a roster change coming into Masters Toronto, which has hurt them. And then they've been rattled in their opening game. They got to pick Sentinels and got kind of destroyed. 13-6, 13-6.
Tarek's commentary is saying something cheeky and then having a shit-eating grin. Nah, you are definitely from the UK.
Smoke up towards Bricks, pushes Trent back, taking a short and long control. No immediate reaction from G2. And XLG back it up. They are a team that's good at playing the macro usually.
Racist? What?
Taking a bit of A-long control. Giving it up now. Coconut going to be rejoining the rest of his team. Leaf. Flash and a drone up and over. As the Thorn's dead, a bit of spam for the war. Yes,
bit cheeky in it, bruv.
Raga. It's off to an absolute heater. Beginning here of Haven.
Jorg's thinking about how to get past this trip over towards the C side of the map because he's pushed up and got good information. It's allowing them to stack 3 players over here towards A.
Players up. G2 might be able to put a stop to this. Paranoia's already going to be sweeping past. Vulnerability. All going to be used here with a snake bite. Aftershock into the corner, clears out Trent.
I keep losing my mouse, fuck.
Puts a bit of fear into XLG as well. Now they're going to start scurrying into a different direction, right into Jorgamo perhaps, but no, B seems to be the goal.
Right into where the wall was, but they've gotten a bit lucky. The Leaf's already gone.
What?
Sidestepping straight back into this one. Takes out Raga.
Wait, XLG might win bonus.
Hold this one down all through the bottom of mid, but here comes the re-exploration.
All 3 A-Link.
Now 3 players stacked up, grouped up. Ready to explode. They spotted it, just trying to see if they can get any sort of easy access to these fights. Open sight lines. XLG are willing to give them too easily still. Too much
Wow. Hopefully. Wow, I was wrong. I was so wrong. XLG will not win bonus.
Slightly better weaponry. Slightly poor crosshair placement in his position.
They got fucking owned. Oh my god.
No util for either team. And G2's coordination makes the difference.
What do you mean, G2, bro? They'll peek 1 by 1. Oh my god, I'm not gonna yell. Oh my god, I almost popped the vessel.
I don't think they had full knowledge that all of those players were coming through the A connection.
Friend zone aitade anukunnanu.
Raga did go down to 2 of them on A though, so I think they should have been setting up some level of crossfire there. It looked like they were just worried about other avenues. Now, though, we could see a set play round. XLG, usually good with these. Once they have ults, off the rip, Raga pops the dimensional drift.
And this one flying forwards, but the Thorns were dead nice and early. It's a shock dart sent flying in.
I'm back.
Gains himself backside control, though. Out towards into Gong. Has a flash up and under. This is G2 playing this one fast with the flood defense. They want to try and take this one by storm. And they're overwhelmed. Stinger in the hand of Jorgamo obtains the
observers. I'm just kidding, bro.
Can't stand against it. The might of G2 when they turn up no stopping them.
Well, there's supposed to be a good match today. RRQ versus Fnatic is gonna be good, I think. As long as RRQ plug in their arms before they play today.
Wait for a plant to go down. Here they pop through almost instantly.
Nah, the Fnatic game might have been the best one. The map, the 13-11 on split.
And XLG, while they looked like they were in a position to go up 3-0, now the score's even and their economy's shattered.
Next.
Was overtime on split? Oh yeah, you're right. It was overtime on split.
Sequence
was it? No, it wasn't, you liar.
Inlaris the Tarvata outer world.
Two players toppled. XLG.
Yes, it was. I was kidding, bro.
kicked the
No,
doors
outer
down
wall
towards
తర్వాత
A, and they're
eliminate
gonna
అవ్వాలి.
cause G2 to scurry their way around. It's only
It was
Jonah P is
12-7
gonna be
until a
home.
14-12, dude.
Fine.
It's unbelievable.
Just say you don't watch the
Message
games.
ఇక్కడ చూస్తానా?
Fucking
Picking
cringe.
up these guns. Jonah's got to try to stop them going for something quick.
తీస్తా నువ్వు ఆగు నువ్వు.
Jonah P stalling this one out. Tucks himself into the short position, looking to try and get embedded. The damage on the happy way prior is enough to try and stop him. TP in forward, but again, no one's covering it. No one's watching it. Doubled up though, round towards it. You got to try and do the most now. The
తీసా చూడు.
Oh my god. One singular leaf. One singular maple leaf.
A small mistake at the very end from XLG.
Speaking of the Maple Leafs, do they have a good playoff run this
One
year?
of the players not going wide enough on the swing, and Leaf, he gets so much damage.
Big clutch for the boy.
Skewers them.
దీని తర్వాత ఇంగ్లరీ అంటే
A
మనకి వన్
headshot
కాల్.
from the Guardian. And
How about them
XLG
Leafs?
managed to make it.
అదేలా
They're due for a big one, bro.
పర్లేదు.
Enemy remaining.
I think-
Last player
I
standing.
think credit there.
Sarle,
So
sarle,
much of
అర్థమైంది.
it needs to go to Jonah P though as well.
Nice
Because
job.
with that
నేను మరీ ముందు పోయినా
Nice
కదా
job.
ఇక
fight with his killing
out of
shot,
context
he
అయిపోయింది.
bought enormous amounts of time
అంతే అంతే.
for Valorant and Leaf to come through into A.
Who's the star player of the
Paranoia
Leafs?
also landed onto
on
the
their
top
hockey
players
team?
as they were
ఎంత
coming
అందంగా
through
ఉందిరా.
long. XLG were not fast enough to actually commit off the back of the Cypher ultimate.
Matthews? Is anyone friends with Matthews? Can we bring him into the watch party
Stalls all the way out.
for a half? Just one half.
Heads up
Does
thinking
anyone know
really
Matthews
Jonah P.
personally?
This is the reoccurring
I
issue
feel like we
think
should.
we've been
He's like
spotting now.
Canada's hero, no?
Watching XLG.
Well, actually,
Whether
they don't
it's
win
as
though.
well where the
But still, he's the
communication-
star player. It's not his fault.
because they're having
Is
the-
Matthews loved by the
say
Canadian
the
community?
coming in, but there's
He's American?
it's slow.
Oh
There's a
shit.
lot of
Now it
hesitation
just got
in terms of the
political.
steps that
Never
XLG
mind, bro.
take.
Fuck it, dude.
I
I'll
think
stay
they actually
home.
might want to play a bit slower.
You guys
though,
always
too.
find the way, huh?
I think that's probably
can't let
what
me have
Roy
my
might be
moment.
discussing with them here is that you don't have to rush a spot like that. You actually could have gone and
We'll get
retrieved
McDavid.
the
Fuck
weapons in long and
Matthews.
short, and then called a pause. You know
పక్కన
that they're
brothel
gonna
ఉంది
be
కానీ
panicking,
prestige
running
important.
towards A. So just pump the brakes and play the player advantage. If you're not in
First
prime
time
form
I'm
with
later
your
return.
communication,
Bro doesn't know
and you
puck?
have to play
Do they
slowly
actually
anyway
say,
because
like,
things need to be translated on the fly?
Do you know
might as well
puck?
play
Like, you know
a
ball?
really
Nah, no one
structured,
says
slow
puck.
game.
If you say puck, you're getting
Right.
laughed at, dog. Yeah, I know puck.
First line of defense.
They actually say that? Please stop talking to me. Oh, sorry.
They are potentially facing into the operator though. Jorgamo's picked this one off.
A little bit
Sort
of.
of facing towards C right now, but could easily swing towards Garage.
Oh, I know puck. How about them Davids? Then make the. Okay,
jail
stop.
card. In case he is overwhelmed.
Leaf also just used his Vice Flash
Okati,
to re-clear
okati,
towards
okati.
Garage. They dropped the Viper wall, flashed in, and they know that there's nobody been inserted there.
Trent's doing a lot here. He's breaking a dart. A lot of presence here is going to be flashed up. And it has pulled players successfully over towards A. So working the map a bit slower from XLG.
Where are you?
And they found that avenue. Like you said, Jorgamo's now no longer on C with the operator.
Stop fake laughing at my own jokes. I say a
They've got
joke,
all
then I
options
fake
open.
laugh, and if no one kept W's, I stop
They're making-
laughing.
they had
But if you guys are kept W'ing, I keep
ready to go
laughing.
into a potential C
Because I know it
split.
hit.
They're going to go over towards A anyway. It's being reinforced. There's players here waiting off to the side, including Trent tucked into the corner.
30
Inside the
seconds.
Viper. Oh, but Raka's dealt with TP
Oh
into the
my
back.
God,
Can't really
it's
supplement the
so
rest of that one after shock.
Okay, focus. Stop,
There it
stop,
is.
stop, stop.
Trent's pushed out into the open with that
Mother's in a
operator
goofy
hand.
mood.
Jorgamo short is on lockdown. Flash, dodge up and over towards the top and supplementary.
Whoa.
Util.
Oh my
And it's a
god.
scramble and mad
I thought
dash
Giacomo
from
was an
XLG.
attacker. Fuck.
వాళ్ళేమో కత్తులు పట్టుకొని వచ్చారు నేను చేతులతో కొడుతున్న వాళ్ళని.
What the fuck do
G2
Sai
with
Bao
this new
mean?
composition.
Hey,
Bao
అప్పుడప్పుడు
is,
ఎక్కువ
clothing
చేయరు రా
brands.
నేను.
New
వాడు.
clothing brands.
Light line
from,
చెప్పిన అట్లనే కొడతాను.
We already
Philippines.
saw Jonah
It's
in one of the previous rounds.
Top clothing brand, Sai
Lock
Bao.
it down.
Google it.
This time, you got
Nee,
Jonah
nee.
sending a cute little flash
అట్లనే కొట్టాలి.
over the top, and then picks up
అట్లా
Vinny.
మసాజ్ చేసిన.
You see
మజా
Trent
అవుతుంది.
hiding inside the Viper roll, but A long. A really aggressive position from him.
Right.
Shut your
He's also
bitch ass.
playing
ఇట్లానే అయిందిరా ఇది
Motherfucker.
ఏమంటారు
Deal with that game.
డ్రంకాయ
What's a Sai
డ్రంకాయ ఇట్లా
Bao?
పాడి
You a
చేసుకున్నాం
Sai
కదా.
Bao. Come on, dog.
Cute ideas.
అప్పుడు ఇట్లానే
G2 get
ఏమంటారు
4 in a row.
ఇట్లా కొడతారు వేసుకో. ఇట్లా
Knocking XLG's economy down
ఎన్నది
once
వేసుకుంటాడు రా
again.
ప్యాంటు.
Happy way. If he tries to take space,
తాగుతాడు తాగి పడుకుంటాడు కదా మళ్ళా పొద్దున్న లేవగానే
Kill.
నార్మల్ మన అవుట్ఫిట్ వేసుకుంటాడు
Tyson
కదా.
stream.
Immediate reposition as well. Jaw
Ah.
is gonna be in a different
కింద ప్యాంట్
spot.
ఉంటుంది తెలుసా
Right
ఓన్లీ
now,
పైన ఆర్మర్
XLG.
చేతికి అవుంటే కాళ్ళకి
Oh, I mean,
అవుంటే అంతే.
that one's supposed to be.
Camel
You gotta get a
teammate.
replay of that. That's supposed
పోయింది,
to be
literally పోయింది
backside,
తెలుసా?
and Raga just walked in front of it.
1000 పోయింది. ఇట్లా గ్లిచ్ అయినట్టుంది పోయింది మళ్ళీ ఇంకా
What the
స్టాట్స్ లోకి
fucking
తీసుకొని
subway
ఇంకోటి
surfers is
equip
this?
చేసుకొని పెట్టుకుంది.
Innovating right now. I agree. All right, we go for duelists. Fuck it, we go for duelists.
What in the fucking subway surfers is this? Is he allowed to do this?
XLG TK'd with shock dart. That is unfortunate.
పాపం
I mean, this is actually Tyson's
ఫీల్ అవుతాడు రా
Tyson's POV during practice.
వానికి కింద ఒకడు ఉంటాడు కదా
Match on.
ట్రోల్
Crazy damage to your own squad.
గుర్తుందా అండర్ గ్రౌండ్
And it's fast
వాడిని
over
చంపేసిన
XLG. You're all or Omenol, I should say.
They were thinking about it.
TP up towards heaven.
ఇక తప్పదు కదా బ్రదర్
Raga forwards here to breach ult.
అంటే ఇక ఆప్షన్ లేదు
Apparently he's fishing in old school RuneScape on his third monitor.
Perfect with the util haunt.
He's fishing in fucking
good idea,
what's it
man.
called?
Raga's outline. Jorgmo even going to be
Edgeville?
using his dimensional drift out.
Is it Edgeville?
Spots it out. Plenty of players left
Great,
waiting around to the
no.
side.
అంటే ఇట్లా పేరు మంచిగా అనిపించింది కదా
Barbarian
అమ్మాయి
Village.
కూడా బాగుంటుంది అనుకుని ఇట్లా ఎక్స్పెక్టేషన్ పెట్టుకుంది
Flash waiting. Prime going to let loose here in G2. And pouncing on the opportunity to draw out even more blood. XLG not able to take a breath in these moments, but they may have an opportunity.
ఇప్పుడు ఆమెతో ఫైట్ చేయమని మాత్రం చెప్పకరా అయ్యా
Timing's happening here. Happy way.
Barbarian Outpost.
Drifted in through mid.
But I think
Then it's
that
just
the round should just be dead. I mean, the spike is surrounded by G2 players.
There's no retreat,
XLG is
is
getting
there?
clapped. Maybe they're enjoying it.
On the side here is Leaf.
ఇంకా బాగానే
waiting.
ఉంది చెప్పాలంటే కానీ ఇక ఏం
Now,
చేయలేదు
just happy way. He's earned himself that decent spot to play in,
And
but
what?
like you mentioned,
Yeah, I mean, what
30
you
seconds left.
what can you do in this spot? It's not like you're going to be going for the pathing to get the spike.
ఎంత
is
వీక్
it?
అపోనెంట్
I
ఎందుకు
mean, how
తీసుకొస్తారా
would you even begin
ఇదేమో
to
ఫోర్
pull
షాట్స్
that
కే
off?
తెచ్చిండు
Beautiful ideas though again from G2.
Spiral
They're
mental.
so aware of the
Happy Way
breach ult
securing his
that is
contract
now
for
here
next year.
XLG. They break the Omen ult
7 and 5
early,
somehow.
cause enough pressure
But
for
they're
the
losing
కోపీ
six.
లేదు నేను
And then
10
Trent
seconds
left.
is on site, baiting out the breach ultimate, and then throws a haunt that is perfect, catches instantly onto Raga's TP.
Lady Rain.
Trent has been a nightmare for Raga to deal with.
Welcome.
పాపకి
One of the
చెప్తా
A
Welcome.
exec, Trent was hiding inside the Viper Orb. On another one of them, he's throwing a haunt and killing him through a smoke. And then they're instantly back through. That's just as Raga goes through his teleport. There's no chance for him to break that.
One enemy remaining.
And of course, the flash reclear with the teleport.
Almost 40k
That's great.
viewers. Only have
Beautiful
40k for this match? Yo, get these guys off stage. They're killing
And
my
it's all worked.
viewership.
XLG look to show G2 a bit of their own medicine here.
I saw tons, guys. I
Stingers
saw.
on 3 of the players. And us overall, in case things get a little
Right,
bit
80K
tricky,
for G2
XLG will be
PRX,
trying to win
damn.
this one.
Sentinels PRX is
Not
coming
gonna do
soon.
much there for the Vice Wall. Obviously intended for the thorns that have been
షెట్
placed.
మ్యాన్
right.
ఫైరల్ మెంటల్ది తీసుకున్నామంటే లోటు బయటికి తీసుకొచ్చిండే
Still, it's there available already and waiting. Jonah P wants to try and flood his way in the
What the fuck
La
happened to
Baleta
G2?
XLG though, the ones dominating, or as I say that.
అవుటర్ వరల్డ్ పోయినప్పుడు ఇట్లా ఫస్ట్ టైం పోయినప్పుడు ఇట్లా శాండ్ ఏరియా ఉంటుంది చూడు మొత్తం
Wait, Zakin's in chat? What's he saying?
శాండ్ స్కార్పియన్లు
They
వస్తాయి
just
మొత్తం
sacrificed Ragar to the gods. Oh, when he TK'd him?
అంత పోయినప్పుడే
Coconut's gonna be a
Yeah,
bit
they've
down on
been,
వస్తాయి
they've been
కదా అట్లా
sacrificing
10
last
చంపిన
match too, dude.
చంపుతానే ఉండే అట్లనే
They're making hella
కంటిన్యూస్
sacrifices.
టీపీ
I hope
కొట్టాలని
it comes
తెలుసు
back to like,
opportunities
you
for
ఎండ్ అవుతుందేమో
good
అనుకున్నా
deed.
నేను
to pick them off if his
They've been
aim could be
sacrificing
good
for about 45 minutes straight right now.
ఇన్ఫినైట్ అని తెలిసింది
powerful at long range.
ఏదో చిన్న హోప్ ఉండే అవ్వకపోతే మంచి చంపేసి
You should
మొత్తం
start
లూజ్
to get the
చేసుకున్నాం
read that they're playing
I think it's
offsite
time to
here,
cash it
don't
out.
అదే చెప్తాడు రా నేను లూడ్ చేసుకుందాం అని చెప్పి కొంచెం ఇక కొడుతూనే ఉండే అట్లా నేను 20-30 చంపిన అయినా స్పాన్ అయితేనే ఉన్నాయి కదా
Geography.
కామెంట్ మోడ్ లో ఉంటే మనోడు తీసుకోడు లూటు చెత్తగా
Just unwinnable now.
ఇంకా pause వచ్చింది,
Remaining.
Doesn't land that shot though. Still
ఏముండేనా
an
ముందు
opportunity. There might be a chance.
What?
But a difficult
మిస్
shot
అయినప్పుడు
to
అది బాగా
hit.
అయిపోతుంది
Geography, where you like line up the angles and shit. You know?
XLG chose to play the time there, choosing to go for 2 1v1s
అంటే వేరే
instead
వరల్డ్
of
కదా
double
సో
swinging.
హోప్ఫుల్
The clock had been starting to rotate a little
Geometry?
bit.
Nah, in New York we call it geography.
థ్రెట్ అండ్ కర్వే
Dial back, big
Big stun.
picture. It's a good round from XLG. They came into this one
It's
with
probably
mostly
different.
a light buy, 3 stingers, bit of a thrifty. They've
Are
come away
famous
with
people
the
dumb?
victory.
I ain't famous.
6-3 though, they're going to need more of that.
In New York, it's
'Cause
nah.
this
It's
actually looks
probably
like the
it's probably
most-
just different where you guys are at. It
And the get
happens.
up and go that they've had all tournament, I would argue.
ఏంటంటే
But still, they've only been able to put 3 together.
Over the top of a bit of speed.
Ah.
Jonah P. He's doing some work. He's doing some
ఉంటాయి
damage.
అవును కార్నర్ కుంటే లేకపోతే
Oh,
బయటకు
you guys
ఉంటాయి
good or not?
Not a happy way.
మరి బయటికి ఏమి ఉండదు, అది గ్లిచ్ అయి ఉంటుంది అంతేగాని నాకు ఇప్పుడు అట్లా కాదు. నాకు కార్నర్కి ఉన్నప్పుడు అయింది, రాడే పడ్డది లిటరల్లీ.
I did take a comp side course. I can speak in Java.
Bit bold. I'm not exactly sure what Jonah was going for there with the hop up.
C++ Java, talk to me.
Trent takes a shot.
Speak it.
As Happyway feeds into this B lurk position. XLG,
I can read better than I speak.
And a kill happened there on both ends. Raga
Right,
also
focus.
punished Trent for an info peek.
ఇట్లా ఆప్షన్ వచ్చిండే రా, దీక్ష గాని ఫోర్స్ఫుల్ గా త్రో చేయమని పక్కకి చేయలే. చేద్దాం అనుకున్నా కానీ ఇక ఎందుకులే, ఎప్పుడో అప్పుడు వాడుకోవాలి మళ్ళీ.
Another 1v2 for Leaf.
అలా బాతోస్కి రావాలనుకుంటే మళ్ళీ వాడు బ్లాక్ చేసింది అనుకో బాగా
Jump out! Cover me!
ఉండాలి అట్లా స్పాట్.
A flying fat baby! Wait, wrong game. A flying classic!
Magnetized onto the head of Mini. Leaf knew exactly that he had that opportunity to try to force the play. Knew that the player short was going to be trying to defend. He plays it beautifully, but also Lady Luck very firmly on his side.
How's he getting away with that?
It's not like Mini was 1 HP either.
No.
But he leaps out of heaven for a Red Bull clutch in a round where Raga, I think, had done what should have been enough.
One enemy remaining.
Look at this again.
Joking.
Absurd.
You're joking.
Okay, I didn't think of this until Benji said it, but he's actually so right. What makes this arena special is how close the spectators are to the players. Like, people in the crowd that I guess probably have premium tickets are literally like right behind the players. They can see their actual monitors, which I think you don't really see in major esports events. So I think it's a cool component that we've got here in Toronto. Don't say the T.
At least for now, Araga re-exploring, risks to be taken with just the sheriff in hand.
I'm sick to my stomach, bum.
There's a head. Clean off the shoulders. Valent's going to be done. No more.
I need to work on that.
It's starting to get a feel of the game.
Heating up.
He's playing very much on his own, though. It's not like he's using that initiator util. Mostly just setting himself up for kills.
He's dragging most of the G2 players away, but a flash got a connection. Contact over towards A, and it's caused them scurrying back and over, but XLG are playing a long con. Going back over towards Raga, why not? But he earned himself the entirety of the C site.
It's a very dangerous rotate from Viva going through mid there, exposing himself to B and Garage. But they make it through. No casualties.
30 seconds left.
Should be a plant.
Lost shots fired off. Jordan looking for a lucky connection in all. Raga, he's forward again. And this guy!
Guys?
Is it double the ball?
What the fuck?
Send 5 more. We can do this again. Right when they needed him
నేను ఎందుకు వస్తానే రా.
Damn. They weren't kidding about this guy, huh?
That's what you're
Neither
hoping
were
for
they.
from
Orado.
XLG superstar.
Raga said, fuck this team, I'll do it myself. Raga said, I ain't playing a fucking post plant. I've been playing post plant all day. I've had enough. Viper's pushing danger on Icebox.
I mean, we were talking so much about, having watched the guy in China, how brilliantly he's usually set up by initiator utility. And by the
వాడుకొని
team's
వదిలేస్తారు
game plan,
అంటే
It was nice.
బాధ
he
అవుతుంది
does
He's 15 and 10,
plays
damn.
here and there, but this round was just all on his own.
He actually just
ఎనఫర్
randomly
అంతే,
woke up. Yeah.
ట్రిస్ అంతే.
Deadlifting XLG.
Ooh.
అంటే ఆ
Almost
మూమెంట్
got
లో
the fingernail.
బాగానే హార్డ్ వర్క్ అంతా మనం
That one dropped down to 33 health.
He hit him?
But you can't do that
Oh, he
consistently.
did.
టెలిపోర్ట్ ఓపెన్
right.
చేసుకొని
And
పోతూనే
he
ఉంటారు.
won't even get a chance in this round.
Oh.
ఇంత
Runs
ఫాస్ట్
into
లెవెల్
the
అయితే
takes
ఎట్లా రా,
one bullet to
చిరాకు
the
వేస్తుంది
chest.
నాకు.
And now
ఇన్ని
the
రోజులు
rest
ఇంత
of
కష్టపడి
XLG have to try
అంటే
to
ఇన్ని
put
రోజులు
game plan
కష్టపడి
together
ఒక్క రోజులో
without
ఇంత
this
లెవెల్
An
అప్
eye for
Now the dimensional drift.
an eye?
And it's the last one.
30 నుంచి
Nice one,
37కి వచ్చినారా నేను స్టార్ట్ చేసినప్పటి నుంచి క్వెస్ట్లు.
We're looking to spot out these players now. Dimensional drift sees the 2 of them.
That's great.
బట్ 500,000 ఇస్తానే ఉన్నాడు పెద్ద పెద్ద
Cypher's lurking somewhere. You know,
మంచి
all
పెద్ద పెద్ద
three
క్వెస్ట్లు
field players
చేసేపో
running towards A.
5 10 2 3.
And Jorg, he's already
Oh.
anticipated
Thank you,
that they're
Tango.
going to be making a bit of a pivot. Happyway's caught the timing past the flash.
Yeah, he has. No acknowledgement on that one.
అయితే ఇప్పుడు నాకు ఏంటంటే ఇట్లా 4 క్వెస్ట్లు అన్లాక్ అయినాయి అనమాట. నాగా 3
But yeah, Leaf unanticipating it.
ఏం చేయాలంటావు, మెయిన్
Wait,
క్వెస్ట్
did not
పోవాలా,
expect
సైడ్
that
క్వెస్ట్
at all.
చేసి మెయిన్ కి
Force
పోమంటావు.
pop there at 40 seconds. Jorg's on and
Wait, he
on.
did not
స్టాచ్యుయేట్
expect that
అంట,
at all.
క్రిస్ తో
Oh my God.
మాట్లాడాలి.
Making sure that he can really take advantage.
I told you guys he would be better on the map. They practice less.
ఇది డిస్ట్రా గాడు
Wow.
రివోల్ట్ అవుతాడు కదా
That's
రాడో పెట్టి అది ఫైట్ ఉంటుంది అనుకుంటా అది.
This would be an incredible round for XLG to get a 7-5 half, more than they could have dreamed of early.
ఫస్ట్ అయితే సైడ్ ఓవర్ మూడే ఉన్నాయి ఇక మూడు చేసి రైట్ వెళ్ళిపోతుంది.
Daniel.
Good finish here for XLG. Finally, a bit of fire in the belly from some of these players.
And a poetic way to end as well. Round 11, a complete solo play from Raga to ace and carry his team across the finish line. And then in the final round, Raga goes down early and the rest
Do we
of
have
the
a
team
game?
get it done without him.
Probably fake news.
ముందే
To be
చెప్పాలి కదా.
honest.
అంటే నేను హాఫ్ తీసుకున్నా తర్వాత హాఫ్ ఇవ్వమంటాడు
I
కదా,
think this is fake
ఇస్తా అంటాడు
news.
కదా,
I don't really like committing to things.
అట్లా తీసుకున్న ప్రాబ్లం
I'm
అంటావా?
scared. But when Verizon
I think they're just fucking with us.
ఫస్ట్ టైం కొట్టి దొబ్బిన ఇద్దరిని
Yeah, absolutely, especially considering that it was
ఒకటే
round, so he didn't even bring a weapon into that round.
వాళ్ళు 50 మంది వచ్చినా నాకు పడకూడదు, అందరిని కొడితే
That was
కూర్చొని.
spectacular, but that's what you need to be seeing more of from him. It's the first map where I feel like you're actually getting to witness the real Raga.
Neil.
The Raga that we've been seeing across stage.
నీల్ గార్డియన్
If you didn't follow China, you'd be tuning into these XLG games.
అవును,
This guy's
అదే కిందకు ఉంటుందిలే.
I mean, how the hell are they the top seed?
right.
ఆడ దగ్గరలో కూడా ఉంటది కానీ లోపలికి పోనీకి రాదు.
Had to make before the tournament, a bit of nerves having never
లోపల ఎట్లా ఏం లేదులే.
before, and being a bit cold because they didn't play in the Swiss.
Do we want this to come out?
వచ్చేసింది అనుకుంటా నాకు తెలిసి. నేనైతే పోయి ఆడినా, ఆహా పోయినా కానీ ఆడడం లేదు గుర్తొస్తుంది. అదే తెలుసులే లోపల కూర్చొని ఉంటాడు. అదేలే ఆడే ఉంటాలే ఇక మన దగ్గర పోయినా అంటే.
Lowers, yes. Loser is out.
ఇట్లా ల్యాంబర్ట్ గాని ఒక్కటే మిస్ అయినారా నార్మల్ గా ఆడేటప్పుడు. తర్వాత మళ్ళీ వాడిని కలిసినా కదా, కలవగానే ఇట్లా లేపేసిన మిడ్ కాన్వర్సేషన్ లోనే ఇంక వెంటనే పోయింది డైరెక్ట్. మళ్ళా దొరకలేదు లేదంటే అప్పుడు అప్పుడు వీడు ఇంకోటి ఉంటాడు కదా, మన పేరేదో మర్చిపోయినా కానీ ఇంకో విచారు ఉంటాడు కదా, వాడు ఇస్తాడేమో అనుకున్నా కార్డు. అంతే కరెక్ట్. పేరు కొంచెం గుర్తుపెట్టుకోవడం కష్టం అయితే. రింగర్బర్గ్ మేరీ గోల్డ్ ఇద్దరు కష్టం.
Drops one, dropped himself, traded in a moment's notice. Up towards the top though, no more smokes. Up towards heaven and happy way. Just poking his head out. Spike has been dropped out into the open.
Yeah, and that's a little bit tough because they know there's a player over towards heaven. Happy way with a ghost. And very
డబల్ ఉన్నాడు గ్రాంట్ గాడు.
How do you block this off?
ఇట్లా అంటారు రా ట్రిక్స్. అంటే ఇక నువ్వు ఇట్లా మెమరీ రికవరీ చేసినావు మళ్ళీ ఎంతనే పోయినావు సో నేను ఇట్లా అనుకున్నా అది ఇది అని అంటుంటే ఇట్లా అంటాడు.
Yeah, and I think Happy Way
When
misses
నేను
it
ముందు
goes for
చెప్పింది
XLG,
ముందు నేను ప్రేమించిన
he's low.
తర్వాత కూడా ప్రేమించిన ఇప్పుడు కూడా
Happy is one.
ప్రేమిస్తా అని అంటాడు.
Safe positions, trying to play a bit more discipline, and there it is. As soon as you catch the contact,
డ్యూరింగ్ ఆఫ్టర్ ఆల్వేస్ అంట
pivotal point. Jonah P, the one to capitalize.
ఏసే అరే మళ్ళీ ఇంకా కొత్త ఏంద్రా ఏ
And let's
Is
rewind to the
PRX
very
playing
beginning of
today?
this pistol.
దగ్గరకు వచ్చి మాట్లాడు మనం
PRX
ఎందుకు
is
వెళ్తాము?
tomorrow.
A stun getting thrown out. In theory,
Wow.
you've got that breach Silver position that should be a little bit better at locking off A lobby and setting Raga up for the early fights. But G2 are through. I mean, they got fast into that area, wall up, wall down, and they're in.
షిట్ మ్యాన్ మళ్ళీ ఫీల్ అయింది.
G2 should be playing slower mid rounds with the Viper in their composition.
Look at Manta Vexco.
Set up people like Leaf or Jonah to go for lurks. But XLG are going to be wanting to force fights like this one.
Jones going to be dropped down, single digits.
They have a Bucky and a Marshall.
That XLG were going for on that eco.
If G2 buy an Outlaw next round, it's going to go insane.
And a Marshall.
They invested so much.
brought into
They have a
this one.
Ghost. 3 guys will have light armor next round.
So there's danger.
Maybe
in
even
long-range
4.
angles and somewhere close. Although Happy Way is actually playing the Bucky.
I've never seen this.
Over towards A long.
Yeah.
Really bizarre. But it's also not an area that G2 are currently exploring.
All eyes towards C. Be onto Viva and Coconut to see if they can clear the way. Viva, a bit of supplementary there with a spam. He needed to defend the slightest of corners, and Leaf is catching a timing. You can hear it, the footsteps. Raga was anticipating
Oh,
it.
he
There's a
turns.
Bucky coming into work.
Wait, they might get ecoed.
Upgrades, potentially. Downgrades, I'm not sure.
Yeah, okay. Do you want a stinger?
He's keeping the Marshall. He should get a stinger and go short.
We'll have to get a run on though.
He made the wrong choice.
Put a stop to this here. Auto towards a oh my god, man!
Damn.
That looked sharp, but he was also facing the haunt. So would have been lit up like a Christmas tree on Trent's screen. 3 players trying to come back in here. They've got a Bucky or a Stinger to work with.
He's back.
See what they can do. Util readily available here with a fault line at least. Alongside the dart, Paranoia.
What the
hold on,
fuck?
trenches down into the open.
How's he alive?
Try and land those shots though, and he still gets the one. We're eventually going down.
నేను స్టార్ట్ చేయటం కూడా తెలియదు.
Play G2.
రెండు ఆప్షన్స్ ఇచ్చింది ఏదో ఒకటి చూస్ చేస్తాం. మళ్ళీ అది మిస్టేక్ అయింది అనుకో నేను జీజీ అయితే.
They know that game well.
There's been damage done there. I mean, if XLG can put together a decent buy,
Bro, I feel like G2 are hard
they
chilling.
should be
I'm not going to
able
lie.
because they only forced.
I feel like they're
Marshall Bucky.
literally chilling.
They've actually chunked away the G2's economy a little bit. But this is now going to be a must-win round for them. G2 are coming in with double stingers.
Play clutch. It's fine.
Oh my god, Josh
To be
Art's
clear,
tweaking
they
out in the
can't hear
1v2.
Josh in that moment. Hard when you're a coach not to vocalize what you're thinking. Here's that stun like I'm talking about. XLG's compet is better for A lobby control.
Raga to take out Valen, but he is traded.
Yeah, so best case he's managed is going 1 for 1. And I'm not sure that that's enough in a round like this.
ఆల్ ఐసా.
G2 slow things down. XLG take the response into mid. This flash, Vice flash, up on their screens, always available to get the info.
3 players. I can wait now. Plenty of bullets left waiting and more. Where that came from, Jonah P. He knows where that final player could be lurking around towards the side.
1v1,
Does a
Leaf
decent
again.
job of it still into the 1v1. It's Leaf versus Viva.
And it's a must-win here for Viva. It's G2's bonus. They can still afford to buy into the next. Viva
Wait, he
can't.
wiped his hands. Viva wiped his hands.
Mutual setup. Plant is down in the game of timings.
Flash.
Just missed by Leaf, but still he's going to be wrapping this one all the way
Oh, he has no idea he got out?
to the side, and a bit of patience now played as well.
Viva's had a nightmare of a map so far. He's 2 and 10. This would
Did
be
it flash
everything
him?
for the guy.
Flash doesn't seem
No.
much. He's got to reveal his hand. Deep dart down, and it clears one of the angles for him. Doesn't know where to expect Leaf, though. Creeping around, crawling around this guy. It's all over the place. Practically in the walls.
And it's a gorgeous plant
by
position
celebration.
from Leaf. Makes it feel like he's playing
Honestly,
towards Cubby or Long.
That plant
But
spot
actually,
was
when he
kind of
wraps
nasty.
around there, there's no area where Viva can
Because,
be on the
like,
spike,
I
and
think
it's
it's
not just
also planted for
completely in the
deep
open.
long, and it feels like garage as well.
Jonah does a great
It's
job
kind of
picking
like
up both players
misleading.
here. But I thought that the double initiators might be able to pull through for XLG.
Thank you,
I think
chatters.
that round, though, was everything for the Chinese squad.
Nice, Nate. Good shit, bro.
Nate?
It's a bonus conversion here for G2. 10-5 now.
Can they hear the coach? Unless there's a pause, no.
Not letting their foot off the gas. XLG were given an in with the rounds that they accrued up on that prior half, but G2.
What is this trip?
Putting a stop to it here and now.
Oh, that's right.
Get cheeky there.
No way, Jonah died. Somehow Jonah died.
Shots are flying and rattling down that sight line. 3 versus 3. What it's come down to now here, playing a bit offside still. Coconut is up. They're going to have smokes to play this one. You can't be entirely off the side, and G2 I think have just realized it. Now starting to play up a little bit more. Late lurk now from Leaf. Policy, but with a bit of pace, might not get a chance to do it here. Shots already fired. Valorant has been caught from behind. The TP down towards long. You are completely out of the picture. Jorgamo is forwards.
Oh, sorry.
Guns need to be at the ready. It's Viva
Deja vu?
versus Leaf once more. Can he do it? Tapping out, searching.
What is happening right now? I looked down and just watched the same round. I looked down, looked back up, I saw the same round again. No joke, I didn't watch the round. I came back to the 1v1. It's like I saw a replay. I was on my phone.
Tragedy for XLG. That's a round that G2 misplayed a little bit to get into a tricky situation. They weren't quite ready for what was going on with the trip.
Eternal fire.
If it happens the third time, you go bald.
And then things cascaded from there.
Hello?
Remaining.
To be honest, Jorg redeemed himself with 3 in the round. He really made up for it. But a couple of teammates got killed and Josh is chuckling about that. So similar to previous.
And the pressure is just off them at this point. You could maybe make an argument, I think, at the beginning of this series that G2 are the ones that are feeling like they have to put their best foot forwards. They've been locked down into the lowers when all expectations are sky high for them. Playing against an underdog team, usually those situations at these big events, sometimes the pressure gets the better of them.
And I think it's really reasonable to say that both teams, while they have similar paths, Ascension teams, meta playing teams, #1 seeds, struggled in their upper bracket game here at Toronto. There is a different weight of expectation for these squads. G2, it's hard really to point at another squad that's been the best team of 2025 so far. It's not really definitive. Nobody has the crown currently. But if you were going to point at somebody, you'd probably point at G2. That's despite them not actually winning.
No, I'm not eating edibles, dude. I'm eating fucking cough drops. I think I'm popping fucking edibles over here.
That's where the pressure increases, but they've just got away to such good starts here.
And you can just see it on their faces in all the replays and all the cams. G2 are all smiles. XLG can feel it, slowly losing their chance. But staying alive here in a global event. Flash and a peek alongside that horn. Viva! That's big. Okay.
That's redemption.
What's the name of that Coldplay song?
Back. 2, make it 3, make it 4! God! A bit of fire, bit of fury, insert it into it.
Viva la vida! Viva la vida, brother! Ace! Ace! Ace!
And it would do wonders for the confidence. Leave us dodging, juking, desperate to stay alive.
No! Wait, another
question trigger in.
Pump the brakes, there's a minute still left here. I've seen Leaf work magic before, and his wall gets dripped over towards C.
There's a 1v2 though, and he's walking.
No!
Doesn't realize the happy way is already there.
Okay. Step up and rip through 4 of the players, getting his team back into things.
Nice, Viva la vida.
That's a big one, that's important.
Still a bit quiet from XLG side of things.
After all, ఒక necker.
I think by that scoreline, but 1 round at a time is how it has to be.
Double stinger.
After all, ఒక necker కోసం నన్ను ఇంకా.
Viva la vida translates to long live
But in
life.
theory, it's a weaker economy.
A Spanish phrase used to express joy.
Completely alone.
Viva la vida, I like that. I'm getting a tattoo, fuck it.
Jordan with a dimensional trip clears. All of the A site spots it. Multiple players there. Raga taking a peek. Let's claim Jonah P.
And this allows them now to use
Attempt
the
moment.
for post plant.
Midi to tap. It's forced out the old early here. Players going to be colliding, clashing. Jorgamo
Shit.
step forwards. He's going to try and stem that bleeding. Shore it up. at least momentarily here, round to the side, and the ult's gonna be extended.
What the fuck?
Oh my goodness, he's just swapping around the weaponry. Valin just walking.
అంతేగా
Happy
Ooh.
way from on high. Operator in hand after shot, pushing him out wide.
Hopefully.
It's just left down to Trent in that 1v2 scenario.
Ooh.
Sight set.
Coming back?
Appropriate position.
3 kills, I think, with the op in that round in 2 different players' hands. Raga got the opener onto Jonah P, playing pretty aggro on site. But this round was all about the ults.
I'll play the song after the map because I'm down to listen
XLG
to it.
were anticipating that G2 were going to lead with something. Let's say Vice Ultimate, maybe the Dimensional Drift. So they ended up playing pretty soft on A, tried to come back in with a breach ult.
Brick by brick, viva la vida!
And then skirmishes. Opportunities for them to peek a player in here and there, and Happy Way from Heaven getting massive. Now G2's economy is properly dead in the water. Still, the same 2 players are still in hand.
ఇట్లా ఒక నెక్కర్ని తీసుకొస్తారు ఒక మర్చెంట్ డ్వార్ఫ్ అనమాట మర్చెంట్
Do not stop the music.
సారీ అంతే అనుకో వాడు ఏం చేస్తాడంటే
I don't want to ruin the
స్టడీ కేజ్ లో పెడతాడు దాన్ని స్టడీ కేజ్ లో పెడితే వీడు ఇంకోడేమో దాన్ని తీసుకొచ్చి వేరే కేజ్ లో పెడతాడు అనమాట ఓపెన్ అయ్యేటట్టు అదే అదే ఇలా కొట్టుకొని బయటకు వచ్చేటట్టు పెడతాడు లాస్ట్కి దాన్ని చంపేసి బయటకు వస్తుంది ఎక్కడ బయటకు రాగానే వీడు అడుగుతాడు
Hey John,
ఎవరు చేసి ఉంటారు
back
అని
me up, bro. You
వీళ్ళిద్దరిలో
cooked my shit, dude.
నేను డ్వార్ఫ్ చెప్పిన
Cleared through. Jogamo inserts
లిటరలీ
his presence there now over towards B in the garage.
And they don't have a reclear protocol for
ఏ
this.
అట్లా
I mean, if
సరదాగా
they had the
అప్పుడప్పుడు
breach
అట్లా
on
గెలకాలి
I'm
ఎందుకు
sure they would. But for now, with their current defensive setup, you've just got to stay here.
One big glaring question mark. Happy Way's going to be watching onto most of this here, but it does drag bodies away from it. G2, you got 30 seconds left.
అట్లా లేదు కాబట్టి వాడుతున్నాడు
Potentially a B pop for Jordan will be in a backstab. Looks like that is where they're going to be trying to go for here, but Midi has plenty of util to dissuade this. Trip. Almost going to be triggered round from the side.
అమ్మా
Here.
ఓపెన్ అయింది
Not doing enough. Happy Way. This sighted matters not. Beaver offloading it, buying time now for the Flood to try and get in. There's 7 seconds left. G2 trying to get that plan down here. Running and gunning and coaching. Slaying claim down now onto the side leaf. There's the last one left. Got into his hands. Defuse is sticking. Surely down the corner. And if that's what it takes.
తిరిగాడు చాలా స్లో ఉన్నాడు చెప్పాలంటే
Game plan was so nice as well from G2. They
No
put
joke,
so
they've
much
won every round
emphasis
since I started the music.
Jordan into that top garage position. And then drop
ఏందో
the
మళ్ళా
player to try to force the player into his sightlines. And
Okay,
look at
I
Happy
gotta
Way
stop with the
here.
music.
Hey,
I'm actually, I
so
can't. I don't know.
now
I can't keep it on.
Multiple times.
I gotta
And
stop.
just
I gotta stop.
spams towards garage. Finds his kill.
ఓ
And the rest of XLG
Wait, he smashed his
flood on
desk.
in and are somehow
Leaf
able to
smashed his
overpower
desk.
the
I saw
Vikings
it.
pit too.
I'll play it after,
టైం కూడా
guys.
ఉండాలి
11 to 8.
అన్న బిజీ అయిపోయింది
The economy is not in an
Oh, I'll play it
amazing
right
spot
now.
here for XLG.
ఇక మరి నీలా ఆడడం అంటే కష్టం కదా
Here we
You
go.
can see the timeline on our screens. You were
Been
saying it,
streaky.
Josh. Yeah,
Ah,
it's been
keep that
streaky,
shit
but
on. Fuck this. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm
amount of
kidding.
respect shown. They know how easily you can lose grip of a map of a series.
Now, one of the things I was thinking we might see is a trip over here towards short,
All
for
right,
example.
11-8
which
XLG
just
on
kinda
comeback.
stops the
Everyone
life alert
focus.
from happening that you would expect.
If you haven't been
And
watching
instead,
all game, it's probably a good time to
it's been
start
Happy Way
watching.
playing mostly towards C the entire time. He's got a trip for garage window, in fact, this time. So if you try to get into that deep position that Jorg played in previously,
Hold on.
You're
Potentially
done.
AC, yeah, we're seeing it. It's going to be that nightfall scattered forwards, no connections. TP now into the back by Valin. I know it's all clear.
oh, fake as well into spawn, so they do have to
Ooh.
respect that. There's an omen
Easy
smoke
plan.
in the defender's spawn that they might have teleported into.
It's going to bleed time out of XLG where they have to try and at least defend this
Oh
one. Still, he's
my
ahead of it
God,
as
he
that
killed
smoke
him
just
blind.
dissipates. Jorgamo, he's wide out into the open. Trying to flash
We don't
his way
clear
in, but
backside?
towards the back. This could be clearing
Nah,
up the question
I'm good.
marks. Here for XLG.
Important trade.
They're going to be clearing up most of the map as well. Into, through, and the side. B side.
They have flash, they have recon.
There it is. Recon up and
risky
over.
reels అయిపోయిందండి.
Cropped up, a bit of spam from G2. Is this what it's going to take? Is this how they're going to be claiming this round here? Stepping forwards and past it. The line of scrimmage that was layered
Yo,
down.
Trent
And it's
or
straight
Jonah
for
P
the
is
smaller
owning him on the
traces.
spam. Holy
Time
shit.
has run out. G2 are up to 12.
A very fast hit coming out of the timeout there. Straight out of the strat book. Good input from
The
Josh
res is
RT.
really bad.
Just gets them one round, but an important one. The important one
He saw him,
potentially.
yeah.
సెకండ్
That could have been everything.
Why did he
ఫస్ట్
just-
ట్రై చేస్తుంది కదా
Lost
బాగానే.
his life a little too easily. But the
Nah.
players in the clutch. are
టచ్ లో
solid
చూపించిండు
always
చూస్తే
for
కంటే
G2.
మారిపోయింది.
It's fine. It's fine.
It is so funny just hearing like that
ట్రై చేసుకుంది.
crunch when he's ready.
వక్ 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 వక్
It's
చేస్తుంది.
good to see that even the simple things can delight the players after their thousands of hours of play.
Crunch, crunch, crunch.
This is G2 on the cusp.
Crunch
It is
chocolate.
Sending XLG
Ooh.
home.
And Raga
that's
with it
some
all
good
to do.
stuff.
Bodies coming towards him, fast and unknown.
Very tight angle to behold. Just catching the clone. Takes that first contact, forces the TP back at him. So Raga evacuating. And through the back though, this is Happyway hard committed. He's decayed down. Thorns and a snake bite. It's all offloaded.
Oh my God. Wait. Is that a sick combo?
Foul concoction that G2 just brewed up. And now,
Doors activated.
with a player advantage, sight control is theirs. We're looking at Raga to see if he can be the difference maker. Peeks out wide, don't follow up at all. It's the vice sword offloaded now. Thorns scattered wide. And with it, XLG's hopes. Jorgamo taking point, taking contact. And
Damn.
bodies a drop.
Nice shot. GG.
At a moment's notice, it's G2
XLG out.
who move on. And
Dama.
XLG
Oh shit.
sent packing.
Well played though. G2 looked good though. It was dominant. It was
ఏముంది
quite
లేదు
dominant.
నెక్స్ట్ ఇయర్.
G2 came in
Might be
today
the start for
angry,
G2.
determined, very focused.
Might be the start.
Didn't run the Tejo, still managed to get the win. And they begin what could be an incredible low bracket run, but they will have to have perfection if they want to make it all the way to a grand finals and a shot at another trophy. A shot like they had at Bangkok.
తన ముందర ట్రాన్స్ఫార్మ్
Ready
అవుతుంది
to go
పెద్ద
for
లెక్క.
picture, the bow. Before they'd even had a chance to congratulate the coaches, and I think Josh really deserves a lot of credit for
ఏం
feeding
కలర్
them.
మారిందా అసలు నాకు అట్లా కనిపిస్తుందా లేకపోతే వెదర్ డిఫరెన్స్
Fast hits, very different to what they were previously running. And it just got them
GG.
over the line in important situations. XLG were just starting to warm up. I feel
అంటే ఇట్లా
we
మొత్తం
barely got a chance to see
ఆరెంజ్
these
అయింది
guys.
కలర్.
This final map, maybe a bit more of an example of what they could have done. But alas, they ran into some heavy competition, faced both of the
రాడబెట్టి కానీ
American
బెయిట్
teams.
చేయాలి ఇప్పుడు.
Gonna send it down to the floor for Jen Lee on the stage